Hello students, important announcement for all government job aspirants. Union Cabinet has approved common eligibility tests for IBPS, railways and Group B and Group C posts in central government organizations conducted by Staff Selection Commission. This is there in the news for quite some time now. Also proposed by Finance Minister in our budget speech on February 1st. Now, it has got cabinet approval and all set to go. Very soon, we are going to have a common eligibility test for IBPS, railways, Staff Selection Commission, Group B, Group C posts, that is SSC, CGLD, SSC, CHSL, and these CET scores are going to be used by many other state and central government organizations. Apart from that, private organizations, private companies can also use this common eligibility test scores. Now, we have many queries from student community like what is the CET about, what is the eligibility, what could be the syllabus, who can write, when should one prepare, how many times is it conducted. There are a lot of queries from student community. So this particular webinar, this session, we will discuss the basic information about CET. Whatever information is released by the government, we will look at that information. So what is CET, how many times it is conducted, who can write, what is the what is the number of attempts one can have, and we'll also see what are the advantages for this government job aspirants. Let us start. Now, as of now, CET is conducted to fill public sector bank vacancies, railways, and exams conducted by Staff Selection Commission for Group B and Group C posts. Right now, Union, already we have discussed this. Union Cabinet has given approval for creation of National Recruitment Agency. So, what is this NRA? NRA is nothing but it is similar to those national bodies or organizations which are conducting national level engineering and medical entrances, right? So this NRA is the body formed to conduct a common eligibility test for public sector banks, railways, and Staff Selection Commission. So it is going to fill vacancies for posts in these particular organizations and many more in future for state and central government jobs, also likely to be used by private companies. The most important point is, if you observe here, please make a note of this. CET will be conducted in multiple languages. This is a very good news for students. Multiple languages means it will be like your regional rural banks, IBPS, RRBs. RRBs conducted in different regional languages. So the first level test, CET, is going to be conducted in multiple languages. Now, if you observe public sector banks, I'm talking about PO and clerk, conducted in English and Hindi. But Gramina banks conducted in regional languages. Staff Selection Commission again conducted in English as well as Hindi. That's all. Now this CET is going to replace the first level test of this IBPS for RRBs, for public sector banks, for Staff Selection Commission, and for railways. In IBPS we say preliminary exam. In Gramina banks or public sector banks, PO or clerk, we call it as a preliminary exam. Staff Selection Commission, we call it as Tier 1. Railways, we call it as Stage 1. So all first level tests are going to be replaced by CET, and good news is the CET is going to be conducted in multiple regional languages. It's a good advantage for student community. Now, as I told you, it is going to replace the first level test of these important exams. Based on the score obtained in your CET exam, these organizations will fix one particular cutoff mark. Based on that, they will call the students for next stages of selection process, like tier 2, tier 3, main exam, interview, so on and so forth. So depends on recruiting agency. IBPS will have main exam and interview. Then you take Staff Selection Commission, it will have tier 2, it will have tier 3. So I'm saying that for further selection process will be based on your second level, third level exams will be based on the score obtained in this particular CET. And there are certain organizations which in the process of discussion which have intended to recruit directly based on the CET scores. They are going to done away with their second level exam. Directly they will call you for medical and they will give you your job. So what are all such organizations? All those information is still yet to come, but certain organizations are also planning to have to select candidates based on your CET score. Now, important question is, when is it going to start? Likely to be started from the year 2021. So friends, this year the exams are going to be conducted as per schedule. No cancellation, nothing to worry. Right? Don't worry about this year's exams. If you are preparing for this RRB exams, or if you are preparing for IBPS PO exam, or you are going to have expect IBPS clerk, already SBA clerk prelim you have written waiting for the result. So all those aspirants, don't worry. Focus on your preparation. This is going to happen from 2021. It is very clear. That means for the next year, all these exams will have a common first level test. That is a common eligibility test. 2020 exams are going to be conducted as per schedule. Now, one more important point for students. Don't worry. Any change is for the good. It is for the benefit of the student. You have to think on those lines. Don't worry, what could be my CD? What is my pattern? I'm preparing for last 2 years. Will the syllabus change? I am saying at this stage, chill, relax, don't worry. What is the syllabus? What they are going to test? All those information is yet to be released. But it is going to be on similar lines of your stage 1 prelim and your tier 1 exams. Nothing. The syllabus mostly is going to remain same. So you don't worry about that. As of now, focus for 2020 exams, whatever exams you applied, and we'll be ready for 2021. Once the syllabus is out, you can prepare for 2021 common eligibility test also. So no need to worry as of now. Now let us look at CET syllabus, the score, and the number of attempts. The basic information we look at. No bar and number of attempts. This is an important point. That means you can write any number of times, but you have to satisfy the upper age limit. So what is the upper age limit? How much will be the CE? They will consider all the exams, all the posts. Then this upper age limit will be decided. Government has given some thought. Education is the other people, the education minister, the prime minister, everybody have discussed this, right? So definitely all exams, all posts, all age limits are considered. You don't worry, sir, it is going to be 27, 28, 30. Don't speculate anything. Let us wait for the notification. Let us wait for some more details to come out. Right? As long as you satisfy this upper age limit, yes, you can write as many times as you want. You can improvise from one exam to other exam. Initial plan is to conduct CET twice a year, that is 2 times in a year. It's going to be a multiple choice objective type paper, and it is going to be an online exam. Look at this. Best of the valid scores will be considered. Let us say you have given your CET, again you have given your CET, best of the 2 scores will be considered. Or you have written CET for 4 times, best of the thing will be considered. Right. One more important point is the score is valid for a period of 3 years. This is a big relief to the aspirants. Why? I'll tell you something. Let us say you have written IBPS, you are applying for IBPS PO. First you have to clear prelim, then you have to clear main exam, then you have to clear interview. Then your selection is based on main exam and interview marks, and you have to be there in the merit list. In case you're not there in the merit list, again next year you have to start from the scratch. Again prepare for prelim exam, clear prelim exam, prepare for main exam, clear main exam, prepare for interview, be there in the merit list. Same for SSC CGL, or you take SSC CHSL. Once you are not there in the merit list, again you're back to square one. You have to prepare from scratch. Again clear prelim exam, right? And you are writing multiple exams: IBPS PO prelim, IBPS clerk prelim, SBI PO prelim, SBI clerk prelim, government insurance companies prelim exams. You take NICL, or you take SSC tier 1, CGL tier 1, SSC CHSL tier 1. You take Delhi police. You take other exams. There are many prelim exams you are writing for different multiple organizations, right? So for multiple organizations, you are writing multiple exams. Now you're replacing that all those first level tests. You're going to have one exam, and students, if you have done well in that exam, then your score is valid for 3 years. That means I will not worry about my prelim exam now, first stage exam. I will prepare for my second stage exam. It is not the case now. Now, if you are not selected, again you have to prepare for your stage 1, that is your prelim exam, as well as your main exam, that is your stage 2 exam or tier 2 exam. Now, once I have scored, I have focused, I have got good marks in my first stage CET, then I did not worry about my first. This score is going to be valid for 3 years. Now I can focus only on my main examination or my tier 2 examination. Right, students? So this point is very, very important for the students. Now, this CET, what could be the difficulty level? What are the test areas? What could be the likely syllabus? There are a lot of speculation going on. Now I am saying, don't worry about the syllabus, about the number of sections, about the number of marks, about the number of questions, about the difficulty level. As of now, you expect it is going to be on similar lines of all prelim exams which are being conducted by different organizations. Now, if you take your IBPS, you have quantitative aptitude, then you have English language, then you have reasoning, only 3 sections. If you take Gramina banks, you have only quantitative aptitude or numerical ability and reasoning. You don't have English in preliminary exam of regional rural banks. Staff selection commission, if you see your quant, your reasoning, your English, you also have GK, general studies in your preliminary exam. Railways. So what exactly going to the pattern? How many sections? How many questions? Yes, we have to wait for some more time. Once those details are out, we'll have one more detailed session like difficulty level, what it could be, what could be the number of sections, what are the total number of marks, all those things. We will, once some more details come out, we will have one more session and then we'll discuss in detail. As of now, you can expect quant, reasoning, English, GK to max to some extent. Now, difficulty level, if you ask me, the difficulty level can be somewhere between your maybe I'm not sure, but I'm saying speculation. Somewhere can be slightly tougher than your railway exams and slightly lower than your regional rural banks. Those are the 2 easiest exams, right? Gramina bank exams, IBPS, RRB exams, railway exams. It could be placed somewhere between a railway exam and regional rural banks. And if you observe regional rural banks, I told you there is no English section in prelim exam because exam is conducted in multiple. English section is a part of main exam, but prelim exam, no. Exam is conducted in different regional languages. Here also, CET is going to be conducted in different regional languages. Now, there can be English section, maybe, may not be. We don't know. Again, it is a speculation. Unless we get the complete details, we cannot comment on that. Anybody is saying anything, it's purely speculation. So don't worry about that. There may be English section, there may not be English section. Other areas, maybe there may not. So you have to wait. How many questions, how many marks, what could be the difficulty level? You have to wait for some more time. Now, CET is conducted in for three different levels. One for graduation students, right? That is, if you take your bank exams, eligibility is graduation. One CET for graduates, one for higher secondary, 12 plus. If you take SSC or IBPS, POs or clerks, you have graduate eligibility. SSC CHSL is 12th pass. So there is separate CET for 12th pass. And there will be separate CET for matriculate. That is your 10th class pass. Now, if you take your group D posts in some of these agencies or organizations, 10th pass is sufficient. So CET is conducted for 3 different levels: for graduates, for intermediate 12th standard students, and for matriculate your 10th class students. Now, biggest question is, what is there for me? If I'm a job aspirant, what are the benefits of this CET? How this CET is going to help the government job? What are the advantages of this CET? Right? No need to appear for multiple exams conducted by multiple agencies. No, as I told you earlier, IBPS PO prelim, IBPS clerk prelim, insurance exams prelim, SBI PO prelim, SBI clerk prelim, SSC CGL tier 1, SSC CHSL tier 1. Right? That multiple organizations you have to apply and you have to write for different first stage exams. Now, all those are replaced by CET. So one preparation and one examination, you are eligible for multiple applications. No need to pay repetitive fees. So this is also major concern for the student community. Most of you are in final year or unemployed. Now applying to each and every organization is financially burdensome. So no need to pay one fee, one application, one preparation, one exam. Yes, I'm going to clear my prelim. I'm preparing for my second session. So you can save on application fee. Next one, no need to travel different distances several times a day. So IBPS PO, let us say you're staying in some far flung area, some interior of the district. You can't have a setup because most of these exams are online. So online exams, you should have some decent infrastructure, computers, good internet connectivity, good infrastructure, so good labs and all those, right? So interior of the district, you may not have all this. So every time when you apply for an exam, the student has to travel. Every time he has to plan his travel, his lodging, his boarding. Now all those things are replaced with one exam. So instead of traveling several times, one time student can travel for one examination. CET is going to be conducted in 1,000 centers. In almost every district, they are planning to have at least one center. So instead of coming all the way to a district headquarters or a metro, you can have nearby centers. That will save your time, that will save your money, that will save your what you call travel cost. Also, it is a very safe for my girl students. Most of the times, what happens is girl students, they don't get a proper people who can accompany them. They don't dare to come to write the exam, right? So there is an issue, right? So nobody is there to accompany them. Then most of them even what you call leave the exam, don't even write the exam. Now all those things are addressed by the CET once in a year. See, if you ask me to come for one exam, yes. If you convince me, I'll come. But if you ask me for IBPS PO, SBA PO, IBPS a dozen times, it's not possible. So it's a very big advantage to women candidates, girl candidates. Now, shortening of recruitment cycle. Recruitment cycle is going to come down, right? So what you call the time to recruit, time to get a job is drastically is going to come down, right? Then some departments and agencies, as I told you, they have intention of doing away with second level tests. So they will select maybe purely based on CET scores. After that, maybe some medical examination. That's all. Now, candidates get qualifying in CET will get an opportunity to compete for different posts in different what you call agencies or organizations. Let us say I have cleared my CET exam. Now I am eligible for public sector banks. I am eligible for second level of public sector banks, to write second level exam of staff selection commission, to write second level exam of insurance companies, to write second level exam of railways. I have different what you call we have different multiple options to choose from. So one exam, if you clear this, yes, you have multiple options. So you have to be very careful while preparing for this exam. Now, what is the syllabus, number of sections, marks, difficulty level? Yes, once we get some more details, we will have one more session on it. Now, as of now, don't worry about this particular CET exam. Focus on your 2020 exams. This is likely going to start from next year, that is 2021. Now, it is going to be on similar lines of what you are preparing now, basic aptitude. So let us not worry about this. Once we get some more details, we will have a separate session based on that. And always believe change is for the good, right? So don't worry about this CET. You have lot of advantages. You have to take it in a positive manner. Thank you so much.